It's a cooking show. A what? That's right. I like that.
Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome to a cooking show.
And it's with Rachel.
I live in a small LA apartment with a tiny yet wonderful kitchen. I love to cook and I love to eat.
Cooking show with Rachel O.
Good afternoon. Welcome. This week marks 1 year that I've been doing a cooking show with Rachel O. Today I'm making roasted fennel mac. But first, let's see what's in this week's Abundant Harvest Organics large box. Fennel, kale, spinach, lettuce, oregano, acorn squash, green beans, pears, lemons, persimmons, green bell or poblano peppers, and carrots. That's what's in this week's Abundant Harvest Organics large box. Now I'm going to cook something with it. To start my roasted fennel mac, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on some fennel, just the fennel bulb that I have sliced in half. Tiny sprig of salt. Cut side down on a baking sheet into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes until they're soft. I'm going to heat my pan and add some oil, and then you'll see what I do next. About 2 tablespoons. While the oil heats up, I have some water that I'm bringing up to a boil. I'm going to add a little salt to it for my pasta. To my hot oil, I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of chopped onion and a grated carrot. These are going to cook over medium heat for 3 to 5 minutes with a pinch of salt. I'm going to add about 3 cloves of diced garlic. Cook for about 2 more minutes. My fennel is ready. I'm going to let it cool for just a minute, and then I'm going to chop it up and add it to the veggies. Chop up my fennel, just a rough chop. If you need to chop off any of the end, you can. Make sure you peel off any of the little papery bits. And then fennel goes in to meet the veggies, and it's time to make our roux. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to my pan. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add an equal amount of flour. So I have about 2 tablespoons of oil, so I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour. I'll let that bubble away for about 30 to 60 seconds. While that happens, I'm going to cook my pasta because my water's boiling. Today I'm using rotini pasta, about 2 cups. To my roux, I'm going to add a cup of milk, a cup of vegetable stock, and a 1/4 cup of cream. I'm going to add them very slowly, whisking as I pour, letting them thicken as I go. I'm going to cook it until it's just about to boil, but not quite boiling, because I don't want the sauce to break. Right before the sauce boils, turn the heat off, and I'm going to add some cheese. I have about 1.5 cups of cheese. I'm reserving about a 1/4 cup, because I'm going to top it with some cheese. So, just going to add a little bit at a time and whisk it in. Oh, the cheese I have is Gruyère and Parmesan, because those both go well with fennel. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, some pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon or so, a tiny bit of pasta water. Then I'm going to have a quick taste. A little more salt. I'm going to add my pasta to my sauce. Quick stir. I'm going to top it with a little bit of pear and some cheese. Sprinkle more salt, just a touch of pepper. And this is ready for the oven. It's still at 350 degrees, and it's going to bake for 15 minutes. Yum! My roasted fennel mac is ready. Dish out a little portion. Must have a taste. Yum! Thank you for watching this week's feast. Toodaloo!
Cooking show